All right, day 10. Coming up next, we're going to talk to a sports and nutrition specialist, an elite personal trainer, and a habit transformation expert. I've never talked to a habit transformation expert. In fact, I didn't even know that was such a thing until I was introduced to this gentleman. And what I wanted to do here today, Mom, because, I like to exercise. I know you like to exercise as well. I like to go crazy, go into a gym, go crazy for about 45 minutes or an hour, and then leave. But most people don't like that. Most people like to walk. And a lot of times we talk to some experts and they say walking is actually better for you than intense, hardcore working out. I don't believe it, but experts tell me that and they know more than I do. Okay. I know what I like, but they know really what's going on. So a lot of people are walking. And walking's great, but there are ways to burn even more calories when you walk as opposed to just walking. What are those ways? We are going to be talking to an expert by the name of Tibor Demi. He will join us next. This is good advice for all of you, especially those of you that are thinking about starting up walking. We'll do it next here on WJOL Radio.
Slocum, DeSantis, DeMaio. You've got them all right here on 1340 WJOL.
8:13, Slocum in the morning, a Monday morning. So as I told you all in the tease and the setup, a lot of folks are walking. I looked in my neighborhood and I see people walking all over the place. That's awesome. But is there more you can be getting out of that walk? When I saw this gentleman's information in his bio, I said, I want to talk to him. His name is Tibor Demi. He's a sports nutritionist specialist, elite personal trainer, and a habit transformation expert. He's also the founder of LifeBoostFit and has many, many great ideas and tips for people when it comes to just living a healthier life. He comes to us today live from LA. Hey, Tibor, were you at the big Adele concert recently or not?
Good morning, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
No, I did not.
You didn't? You didn't get the invite, huh? What the heck?
No. I don't know what happened.
Must got lost in the mail, right?
Right.
That was pretty cool. So real quick, before we get into what I wanted to talk to Tibor about, Tibor's got a bit of a connection to Will County. Strangely enough, it's a small world. Long story short, he's got a couple of people that he works with, that he trains. And they just so happen to be the sons of a very good friend of mine, Roy Ryan. Roy's a CPA here in the Joliet, Will County, Plainfield area. He used to be our comptroller for WJBL Radio back in the day. And Roy gave me a call the other day, said, hey, you're going to be interviewing my son's trainer, Tibor Demi. I said, how do you know that? So, hey, you got a tie here to Chicagoland, man. It's good to have you on board. How are the Ryan boys doing, okay?
Well, he's doing fantastic. He's really putting in a very hard and I would say almost extreme workout almost every day.
That doesn't surprise me. They're hardworking guys, man.
Very, very hard.
That's cool. Well, good. Good to have you on, Tibor. So I wanted to have you on here today because, we have a mature listening audience here at WJBL Radio, and more people than not that are listening use walking as their main source of exercise. So I saw some of your tips, and they're basic tips, but something that most people probably haven't thought about. So is truly walking the best thing for you? Because as I said in my tease, a lot of health and nutrition experts say walking is the best thing you could possibly do for yourself.
Well, it really depends from where we're looking at it, from what angle. Yes, walking is extremely healthy. It's easy on the joints. And frankly, every single one of us walks. But if you taking it up a notch and you want to burn more calories during the walk, you can do certain things that it makes it happen. And that can, sustain your health. So what would be one of the things I recommend when it comes to walking? And maybe put on an ankle weight or weighted vest. Now, why is that great? Because it makes the walking harder, and over time it also creates muscle. And when you have more muscle mass, even when you don't walk, you burn calories. So it's a very big advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, and the second tip would be, interval walking. What does that mean? You walk faster for 1.5 to 2 minutes, and you slow down for 30 to 45 seconds, and then you do it over and over again. And that's great. That's a great tip.
I love both of those. So again, weighted vests are simple. Maybe people have real little like 5-pound dumbbells they can carry. I've seen people doing that. I don't know, fill up your pockets with rocks, whatever. Just some added weight. And I love the interval as well, because even if you do hardcore workouts, interval training, Tibor is outstanding for you. Your heart comes up, it comes down, and heart comes up. So I love that. I've never really thought about the casual walker picking it up just a little bit for several seconds and then slowing it down. I love that.
Yeah, well, it really works, and people normally not going to the gym because after sign up, of course, because they're thinking about this extreme hard work.
Right.
And workout, and it's not supposed to be the case. The case is that we work out in a way how we really love to work out, and that's the core of the whole thing. If you love something, you're going to stick to it. You're going to do it. If you love walking, you can take out of it more and do what you like, walking.
Okay. And extending the distance a little bit might help too. Instead of going just 10 blocks, go 12, and then eventually you'll start getting your endurance up to where maybe we can go a mile or two.
Absolutely. And I would recommend that if you're extending, that's great. But if you can find an area when there is a little uphill, that might be also more challenging to your body.
Love it.
And I think challenging our bodies always should be the case, because when we do over and over again the same thing, you kind of plateau.
Tibor Demi is a sports nutrition specialist, elite personal trainer, and a habit transformation expert. Let's tackle that before we let you go, Tibor. A habit transformation. Now, we're in the Midwest. I don't, Midwest people. I don't know if we have any habit transformation experts here, but what does that mean, though? Because I'm fascinated by that. 'Cause I think I know what it means, but you tell me what it is, because I'm truly fascinated, because we all do get into habits when we live our lives.
That's absolutely right. And apparently in our modern society, Scott, what would you guess? What the percentage of habitual behavior a day in average?
How many habits a day do we have?
Yes, per person.
5 or 6.
But percentage-wise, it's around 40 to 50%.
Huh.
So we on autopilot, and why? Because we want to preserve energy. The brain wants to preserve energy in case of emergency situations, and it's all boils down to energy. Now, habits driving our lives, as I mentioned, and unfortunately, in this modern society, we are picking up more and more bad habits. And what does that mean? We eating badly. We doing things that not serving our health. We, on the phone a lot.
Yeah.
And we watching more TV. We just surrounded with technology that makes us sit and makes us not to move. So habits are extremely important to recognize, and especially when it comes to bad habits, and we can transform them step by step.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's actually originated by Maxwell Maltz in the 1950s. He was a plastic surgeon, and he paid attention that of plastic surgery, a patient get used to a new face or a new look about 21 days. So that was the first time when we recognized that it takes a certain amount of time to create a habit. But of course, when you really want to drill down to a habit and transform a bad habit to a good one, that about 30 days, 30 days plus.
Interesting. Very interesting. That makes good sense. You can find out more from Tibor Demi at LifeBoostFit.com. I'm on his website right now. It's really good. A lot of great stuff there. Tibor, thank you very much for giving us some time here today. It was a pleasure to meet you, and let's stay in touch and do some more very soon, okay?
I would love to do that, Scott. Have a wonderful day.
All right, take care. Tibor Demi, that's Tibordeme. LifeBoostFit.com is the website. So 30 days. So if you got a bad habit, and y'all do, I know I do, I got a couple of them. Boy, do I have a couple of them. 30 days to turn that around. That makes sense.